Hello guys, welcome to Options Blue Sky. So, as you had seen in the topic, we are going to talk about the benefits of Vipassana meditation in day trading. And I had personally attended Vipassana meditation. So, this has helped me a lot in my trading. And to people who are from non-trading background, even they can relate to some things because it has helped me in overall aspect of my life, not just in trading. It's all about the mindset which I had developed in attending this Vipassana meditation, and there are some similarities which I had seen in Vipassana meditation and the trading psychology, which the books or the many trainers who taught me. So let's look about the benefits and how it how it will help you, and hope you will learn something from this audio. It's kind of a podcast, so you can just listen to this. So to people who don't know what is Vipassana meditation, it's a 10-day residential course where we meditate for 12 hours and maintaining absolute noble silence. I mean, noble silence means not even showing any hand gestures to other fellow meditators. So you won't be talking, and you won't be even showing any signs through your hands or any kind of thing. And it's totally free of cost actually. So I'll not go much into Vipassana meditation because you could see a lot of things through Google. So we'll just stick to Vipassana meditation and the similarities which it has with trading. So what are the similarities? I had read two books, trading psychology books, Trading in the Zone and Disciplined Trader, written by Mark Douglas, and even he talks about the mindset of the trader more than any strategies or hooligans. In fact, there are no strategies or setups he had mentioned in that book. He only talks about the mindset of the trader. And if you see the same in Vipassana meditation, to see things objectively, so there are a lot of things. If you had read uh, the Trading in the Zone book, you could know many things. Seeing things objectively, seeing the charts objectively. So that's what he mentions, and so basically, the both are in the same path, that it's all in the mind, and it's not outside; it's inside. So that's what even Mark Douglas talks about, and that's what I had learned from Vipassana meditation. So the first thing I learned from going there is you can't avoid pain. So that's what I was taught on the first day, first or second day, I think so. Yeah. So why is that so? Is there we used to meditate for 12 hours, so there would be a break after 1 hour. So initially for first 2 days, I think so, sitting for 1 hour and just meditating, there were a lot of pain. To people who had attended Vipassana meditation can relate to this. You will get a lot of gross pain in your knees, in your back, in your shoulders. So the mind doesn't want you to sit in one place because it's the habit we had developed in last 25 years. I'm 28, so last 25 years I haven't sat in one place for 1 hour. So it hasn't happened to me ever. So that's why the pain was so much in my body. But that was the same thing with all the fellow meditators, and even there is a teacher there, and he told me this thing that you can't avoid pain, but just stick to it. After 2 3 days you'll tend to accept it. At that time, the first day, I couldn't accept what he said, but after few days, slowly and slowly, what happened in my mind was I slowly started to accept my pain because I was not feeling the pain. But if you see, there was pain just I had on the first day. It was the same thing on the third or fourth day. But it's just that the mind belief patterns are changed in such a way that uh, the mind tends to accept that okay, he's not gonna move anywhere, so let me not disturb him with the pain. So it tends to accept it, and the mind slowly comes to our thing. We will be watching our breath the whole day for first 2 days. We'll be just watching the breath coming in and breath uh, coming in and coming out. So that's what we tend to concentrate more, and that's what makes the mind even more sharper for first 2 days. So if you see, the same thing in a different way was explained in trading in this own book. You see, he had told that the traders don't want to experience pain because they don't want to accept pain at any cost, because that's what we have been built in since our childhood, that avoid pain at any cost. That's what even our parents say, that that's what we've been taught in schools. So if you see a profit in day trading, if you see the profit just goes, I trade in Bank Nifty, so the people who trade in Bank Nifty, you can comment down. Uh, the prices just move so fast in matter of seconds. You will be in profit in 1 minute, and next minute that can change. So there will be a huge M2M swings, and the people who are new to this, or people who don't want to experience pain, once they are in profit, they'll just close the trade. If you see, that's why I had listened this somewhere. A trader said that we are only afraid of profits, not afraid of losses, because we don't want to experience that loss. We don't. If we see profits, and if next time it goes down, we'll be like, oh no, it's going down, so let me cut down my losses fast. But if you see, we'll not cut our losses. We'll only cut our profits. Even if it goes down to our stop loss levels, we'll be like, okay, let me wait, let me wait. It can turn, it can turn. So the mind tends not to accept the predetermined stop losses and even the predetermined profit levels, because when it goes near to the profit levels, we have an option of trailing it, but we don't trail it because our mind says that you will lose this trade. But before we had initiated the trade, we had decided, we had a plan that this is my stop loss and this is my target. But we don't do that in most of the cases. That happens only after quite a some time. So this is just like the thing. Initially, we have to go through this. We have to accept some losses. Only then we'll know that, okay, the mind tends to accept that it's okay to lose. It's okay to accept losses, because that's where we tend to move on. So that's where our mind tends to accept and move on to the profits which we want. So you can see similar to this day trading and the vipassana thing. So the next thing which I had seen is seeing things objectively and not subjectively. Why is that so? So, if you see, in meditation, many people feel that when we meditate, we need to feel the nirvana feeling. We don't want to experience pain. If we experience pain, or if we have some negative thoughts, we'll be like, what is this? I don't want to do meditation. Because people believe that, not believe, people are told that while doing meditation, you will feel good vibes, you will feel much better. But that's not going to happen. Initially, our mind is stored with a lot of what to say, garbages which we had created in these many years. So that garbages would come up in our mind, because we are not uh, deviating from what we used to do. Because if we are, if you see, initially, if we are agitated, or if we have negative thoughts, some people used to smoke, some people used to drink, and some people tend to watch some, and these days people watch a lot of short videos. So we tend to deviate from our negative thoughts and move on to the next thing. But if you see, that negative thought is still in our mind. We are not going into the deepest level, but while doing meditation, that's what we do. We go into the deepest level, and that's where the old in vipassana, they used to say that it's the old sankharas. So those sankharas used to come up, and we tend to feel that. So that old sankaras comes into our body in a physical matter, like it gives us pain in our knees, it gives us pain in our shoulders, it gives us pain in our say wherever in our lower back. So we train our mind in such a way that after 2 3 days in vipassana meditation, that we tend to see things objective. That's what teacher used to tell us after 3 days, that if you are experiencing pain, don't see it in a subjective way. Don't see that it's a bad thing. Pain is a bad thing. I have a lot of pain. I have a lot of negative things. It's a bad thing. Don't think in such a way. Think in a third person view. If you're meditating, think in terms of another person is watching you. So if another person is watching you the pain, he won't feel the pain. So think in those terms. See yourself in third person's perspective. There, the third person wouldn't have any emotions. So I hope you could relate to this. So if you see, now coming back to the trading, the same goes with the day trading. Before the market opens, we expect the market to go in a particular way, because we had analyzed in such a way that our ego doesn't allow to see the chart patterns objectively, but rather make us see it in such a way that we had analyzed before, and we tend to lose out on the opportunity that market provides us to make profits. If you see, can you relate to this? Many people are like, today the market is gonna go up, so I'm gonna make profits in my call side. And some people, today the market is gonna go downside, I'm gonna make profits in my put side. But if you see, the market can do anything. You're not watching it in a third person's perspective. You're just seeing it in a way you want to see that. But market is not yours. Market is not to anyone. It's totally a objective thing. It's not a subjective thing. So we need to align to the market. We need to be going with the markets. If the market has opened and the data is bullish and the patterns are showing that it gives a good bullish setup, why not take a trade in the call side? Why wait for the put side? Because the market is telling you to go on the long side. But we are so what we have so much ego in our analyzed thing that, no, I had analyzed so much, why is it going the opposite way? No, I'm not gonna do this. And even if we initiate, some people are smart that they'll not take a trade, because they'll think that, okay, the market is going the other way. So some people might not take, but some people with their ego, they think that, okay, the market has gone so up, so it won't go much up, so I'm gonna short the market, I'm gonna buy a PE or short a call. But what happens? It keeps on going up. It keeps on going up. There, the ego comes that, oh no, I have analyzed the market is gonna go down. Market is gonna. It keeps on going up, and we don't even realize. By the time we realize, it gives us so much of profits, so much of losses actually. So this is the thing I had done before going into trading. I used to see things very subjectively, very in a way that, no, I had analyzed this, so this is gonna come to my place. But the market is not like that. It's a random thing. It's totally a random thing. The market can do anything, but we need to accept that, and we need to take losses. At a frequent basis, we need to take losses. Only then we could move on to the next trade. The the most important thing is we are not ready to accept the loss. If we had a loss in first hour of the day, we what we will be having is, anyways, I have to get this losses in place, and I want to close my day in profits. But it will not happen. Some days you have to accept loss, and some days, who knows, you can get into profits the first hour itself. So it's totally a random thing. We need to see things in an objective way. See things uh, in a way that, if you are married, see things in such a way that if your wife is seeing the charts, or if your husband is seeing your charts, so what they will do, they will not be thinking that, no, I analyze this in such a way, so I'll only go in this way. They will not say like that. They will say that the market is going up, so buy a call. market is going down, buy a put or sell a call. So that's what they're gonna talk. That's what they're gonna say. So think in terms of that third person perspective. Don't see in your perspective. See it in objective way. So that's what even Mark Douglas is, and that's what even Vipassana meditation I had learned this. So this is the end of part one. I hope you like this podcast. I had this is my first podcast, so if you have any things to suggest, or you can comment it down. Uh, Feel free to comment. Even if you feel have some, there are some negative things, or there are some mistakes in this audio, just comment it down in this below the description. So thank you, and I'll let you know the part two of this video soon. So part two will be on the next week. So it's a law. It's about a law that I had learned from Vipassana meditation, and the same thing is being taught in Discipline Trader by Mark Douglas. So if you if you feel good, just share this with your friends, or uh, do consider subscribing this channel. And thank you so much for listening to this podcast. Thank you so much.